Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Gabby Gallaga here. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about some other ways of working from home and how to make money just by typing. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and feel free to share this video with anyone who you think will benefit from this information. So today I want to talk about Transcribe Me. Transcribe Me is a website where you can pretty much listen to audios and type it out. So I'm going to tell you what it's about. I'm going to tell you how to get started, and I'm also going to tell you my experience using it. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want to start by saying that transcribing may not be for everyone, but if you enjoy typing, this is something you might want to consider. I personally love typing, so this is something that I wanted to pursue for quite some time. I did want to give all these, there's many different websites you can try. Transcribe Me is not the only one. I will list them on the description, just a general idea of what other companies you can look into if you feel like Transcribe Me might be a little too difficult, or it's probably not something that you want to or maybe you want to try some other websites. Maybe you just want to try other websites, not just Transcribe Me, to increase your chances of getting started somewhere. So Transcribe Me, in order for you to be able to work for Transcribe Me, you need to take an entrance exam. Transcribe Me will provide you with a PDF file that provides you with the rules, quote unquote rules, as to how they would like transcribers to transcribe or to type out the information that they're listening to. So it's about a 30-some page long. You only have to worry about to like up to page 29 because that's like the most relevant information for beginners. Once you advance with Transcribe Me, then you can worry about the other part. The other part is for much more advanced typers. So the good thing about Transcribe Me is that you can grow within the company. So like, let's say after a while of working for Transcribe Me as just a basic transcriptionist, you can advance to other levels. You can be an editor where you listen to the audio at the same time while you read what the transcriber has typed out, and you can edit or flag out information that you feel did not match. Or you can be a much more advanced transcriber where you transcribe a little more in the sophisticated form that Transcribe Me would like you to. So if this is definitely, there's room for growth. So if you're really good at this, that's definitely something that you want to consider for down the road. Now, Transcribe Me has been a little, for some people, it has been a little difficult to do. I've heard of some people and I've seen some ratings of people say that Transcribe Me is not just difficult to get into, but it is, once you're in it, the workload is a little challenging. So everyone has their different opinions. So for some people, it just comes naturally. For others, it's a little bit of a struggle. I think mainly because you need to have the proper equipment. So before you get started on any transcription job, I highly recommend having a comfortable seat, a comfortable keyboard, and headphones. Because especially if you live in if you're going to be working in a noisy environment, you want to make sure that you have a clear input of the audio. So you want to be able to hear what they're saying clearly in order for you to type it accurately. So I will also add a list below under the description of possible ideas, some suggestions of equipment that you can start looking into that might help you get started for the road. Some people recommend having a foot pedal. Foot pedal is not mandatory, but it makes the job a lot easier because you can either fast forward or you can rewind. So instead of you having to click, 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 you just use the foot pedal, and that's what helps you move either forward or back and help you with your transcription. It makes the process a lot faster. So I will definitely list that information down below, and you guys know me, I love Amazon, so I will make it easy for you where you can find everything you're looking for in one place through Amazon. So look forward to that. So with transcription, with Transcribe Me, they're the highest paying transcribing companies out there. So a lot of people like to go for Transcribe Me first to see if they can get in. Otherwise, then they start looking for other websites that they can work with. Now, don't feel limited to Transcribe Me. You can also use Fiverr and become an independent transcriber. You can list a posting and say that you are an independent transcriber, and you can have people reach out to you and do, personalized transcribing. So someone can do a YouTube video and would like for you to transcribe it. Some people have a podcast and they would like someone to transcribe, and they'll reach out to you. So you can become independent in that sense. Or you can work for Transcribe Me, where they can pay you as you go. Now, with any transcription job, mainly Transcribe Me, they will pay you by audio hour. So that does not mean that you will be getting paid by the hour. It means that you will get paid per audio hour. So if it takes you longer to type, you won't make as much as you hope to. If it takes you, if you're a fast typer, then you can make close to that range, that audio hour pay rate that they're offering you. So that's definitely something that you want to have on top of your head before you pursue this job, because you start to think, oh, $20 an hour or what have you, or whatever the scenario may be. It's not exactly that. It's, as you're typing. So I know some of the rules for Transcribe Me on the PDF file. It's very important that you read that PDF file before you get started on the quiz, because everything on the quiz is based on the PDF file. So for example, I know that they're very particular about the numbers. So numbers 0 through 9, you have to type out the word of the number. So for example, 1, if they say I have 1 apple, it's O-N-E instead of the number 1. And numbers 10 and up, you have to type out the actual number. So the number 10, 1, 0, 1, 1, or 2, 0, whatever the situation may be. So you have to be careful when you're listening to that. Another thing about the transcription with Transcribe Me is, especially in the quiz, they don't want you to start with a capital letter unless it is a name or it starts with the letter I, or situations like that. Now they also don't want you to end your transcription with a punctuation. So if the last thing you hear will sound like they were yelling, no exclamation mark. If after you finish transcribing the audio, they pause or they stop. They don't want you to add a period. They just want you to just leave it as it is. So and then with Transcribe Me, some websites will ask you to identify the speaker. So with Transcribe Me, they don't want you to identify the speaker. They just want you to skip a line. So for example, Molly went to the store, and then you have a second speaker that said, well, what did Molly get? So you have to just, after you finish the first sentence, enter and then continue the second sentence to identify a second speaker. So you don't double space, you don't say speaker 1, speaker 2. They just want you to skip a line and just press enter once and continue as you go. So with Transcribe Me, when you do the entrance exam, the first part of the exam, you have to, it's like a quiz. So it starts talking about, it gives you like multiple questions. You have to answer carefully. In my opinion, I think it was a lot easier because everything that was on that quiz, on that multiple choice quiz, was already on the PDF file. So it was easy for me to answer the questions. After that part, then you have 3 audios. Those 3 audios you have to listen to carefully and type it out. And then it'll take you to the third part of the exam where there's more multiple questions. In that aspect, I also found it easier. So for me personally, I found the multiple choice questions a lot easier than having to transcribe the audio, which kind of was a red flag for me, just because it let me know that maybe this would be a little more challenging than I thought for myself. Now, I'm not speaking for anyone because everyone is different. So for me, it might have been difficult, but for someone else, it might have been easier. Then again, I wasn't using headphones, so maybe I couldn't understand it clearly. And maybe then again, like, I was a little confused. Maybe I was overthinking it. I don't know. The thing about Transcribe Me as well is that you have 2 opportunities to take the test. So if you fail, then you would have to wait 30 days before trying again. Let's say once you pass, then you have to wait until a representative reviews your quiz. At the end of the quiz, you get percentages as to how you did on the quiz. That really doesn't matter to them. They just want you to pass the overall exam. So I believe the passing rate is 97%, if I'm not mistaken. So if you pass, it will be green. It'll say green, 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 and that's how you know you passed. Someone will reach out to you and they will offer you a job. In that event, they will also ask for ID, etc. If you don't pass, it will be in red. You will have the opportunity to retake that section that you did not pass. But again, you only have 2 attempts. So after the second attempt, if you fail, then you have to wait 30 days before trying again. Transcribe Me pays through PayPal. They pay via PayPal. So they also pay on a weekly basis. So once you accumulate a certain amount, they will pay you through PayPal. That's another thing, a few questions that people might also have. How does Transcribe Me pay? Well, they pay through PayPal. Another thing that I tried was, obviously you can get the answers through the PDF file for the multiple choice questions, but you really don't get answers for the actual transcription part, the audio that you have to hear. Keep in mind that they do shuffle the questions around. So let's say within 30 days, if you retake the test, the questions will not be in the same order they were the first time that you took the test. They will shuffle them around because they're trying to avoid cheating. So don't feel like, you will be able to write down your answers in order and retake it and you'll pass again, because you most likely will fail. So there are ways that you can go about to, I would suggest, check your answers, not to use for cheating purposes, because there's some YouTube videos out there of people who have taken the tests over and over and over, and they have been able to see the pattern. So they will tend to use, Transcribe Me will tend to use the same questions from time to time. So if you see the question pop up again, then you might be able to recognize it and remember the answer. So some people have used that, posted it online, or used it on YouTube videos. And you can use that as a way to correct yourself, to see if you did it correctly. But I would suggest you try it yourself. Why? Because let's say you do pass the exam, and let's say you do get hired by Transcribe Me, there's not going to be a cheat code or a cheat sheet for the job they will be providing you. So what would be the purpose in passing the exam if you can't even do the job, without cheating? So so there are ways that you can check your work after you've taken the test by, checking online, Googling it, or going on YouTube video. Another thing that I saw someone mention was using the Otter website. Now, I tried it. I tried using Otter on the audio parts, because what it does is you're able to download the audios on the exam and paste it on the Otter website, and the Otter website transcribes it for you. Now, this is not 100% accurate. Why? Because Otter is a machine, obviously, so it will do its best to transcribe, but it does not provide the information accurately like Transcribe Me would like. So for example, it might start with a capital letter. You need to remove that. It probably will not divide the speakers. So you have to identify when speaker 1 is speaking, and then when the second person is talking, then you have to space it out. You have to change the numbers. If it's spelled out certain numbers that are not supposed to be spelled out, you have to correct that as well. Punctuation. If there's a a period at the end, you have to remove that. So just little things that you have to go through to audit. Now, one thing that it does help in, and in which I feel like it was helpful for me, is that in some audio recordings, I was having such a difficult time trying to identify what the speaker was trying to say, because either they were mumbling or they said the word too fast, or I couldn't just, my audio was just not that clear. So Otter was able to decipher what it was being said, and I was able to understand and follow along, and oh, okay, now it makes sense. So that's definitely one way that Otter helped me. Now, I still even using Otter, I didn't pass the audio part, even though after I went through it, after I edited it, after I spaced it, after I did what I thought was appropriate, for some reason I didn't pass. Now, I'm not sure why, but that's okay, because I can always try again in 30 days. So again, just to wrap things up, that was definitely my experience using Transcribe Me. I enjoy typing. I love it, and I'm a fast typer, so I feel like that's something that I can definitely pursue on my spare time. So if any of you out there enjoy typing and are up for the challenge, go ahead and try Transcribe Me. There are, like I mentioned, there are other websites out there that you can use to make money and type, but everyone is different, right? So I will make a list, I will make other videos, I will try different websites, and I will give you my review on those websites later on. There are some easier ways to go about this, and I will give you the pros, I will give you the cons, I will give you the honest journey, and I will also share with you what some other YouTubers or some other people online that have shared, that have either been hacks or shortcuts or softwares that can have used, that people have used to help them through this journey. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my video. I appreciate you for watching this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't already, please feel free to click the subscribe button. Also click the little bell notification so you can be notified when my next video comes out. Click the like button and share this video with anyone you feel would benefit from this information. Thank you guys for joining me again, and I look forward to sharing more videos with you in the future. Thank you so much. Bye.